Hi all. Today we're going to see about a face of compiler in compiler design. Face of compiler. This comes under two different phases. The first one is the analysis phase, and next one it is a synthesis phase. We'll see these two phases briefly in the following structure. This is the structure of a face of compiler. First, the input, that is the high-level language, will be given as an input to the face of compiler. Once crossing through all these six phases, we get low-level language as an input. This is actually how we define a compiler. A compiler, it is a translator which converts the high-level language to a low-level language. High-level language means that the language which is understandable by human. That is languages like C or C++, Java. And low-level language, it is a language which is understandable by machine. That is the mnemonic codes or the binary digits, zeros and ones. High-level language is given as an input to the phase of compiler. The first phase is the lexical analysis phase. And the lexical analysis phase, after the lexical analysis phase, next we go to the syntax analysis phase. The third one is the semantic analysis phase. Fourth one is the intermediate code generator. Fifth one, it is the code optimization. And the last phase is the code generation phase. These are the six different phases of compiler. Once the high-level language has been given as an input, after crossing through all these six phases, we get the assembly codes or the mnemonic codes as an output. This is the target program. The first three phases, that is a lexical analysis phase, a syntax analysis phase, and the semantic analysis phase, or called as the analysis phase, and the intermediate code generation phase, the code optimization phase, and the target code generator. All these three phases are the synthesis phase. Now we will see the phase of compiler with an example. I'll take the high-level language as an example. A part of a program, that is a position equal to initial plus rate into 60. This has been given as an input to the lexical analysis phase. Once the lexical analysis phase is given as an input, so the role of the lexical analysis is that to break the program into small pieces. Next is the syntax analysis phase. That is the output from the lexical analysis phase will be given as an input to the syntax analysis phase. This is used to convert the program into a tree structure. Once the tree structure is converted, that will be given as an input to the semantic analysis phase. Here, this is used to find out the meaning of the program. After crossing to the syntax analysis phase, now it has been given as an input to the intermediate code generator. Intermediate code generator is nothing but it is a code that has been newly generated, that is in between the high level language and the low level language. A new code has been generated. That a code is called as intermediate code generator. After getting output from the intermediate code generator, that will be given as an input to the code optimization. The code optimization is that it is used to reduce the number of the codes without changing the source meaning of the program. Once that has been received, that will be given as an input to the code generation phase. Here, the mnemonic codes, that is the target program, has been received over here in this phase. That is the assembly level language or the low level language has been received over here. Now we will see each phases briefly. Lexical analysis phase. This phase is the first phase, which is also called as a scanner. So the role of the lexical analysis is to break the program into small pieces. These pieces are called as tokens. This is some of the special symbols that has been used for the given example, that is a position equal to initial plus rate into 60. Once this has been given as an input to the lexical analysis break the programs into small pieces. That is, position will be taken as an identifier 1 and equal to, that will be taken as an assignment operator. Initial will be taken as an identifier 2, plus will be taken as an arithmetic operator. Rate will be taken as an identifier 3, and star will be taken as an arithmetic operator, and finally 60 will be taken as an integer. Next phase is the syntax analysis phase. This phase is also called as a parse tree or a syntax tree. Here, the output from the lexical analysis phase will be taken as an input to the syntax analysis phase. Here, the tree structure has been converted. This is a sample tree. For the example, S equal to R into D. So S will be the root node, R will be the left child, X is been taken in the center, and D is the right child. So this is a sample tree, and for the given example, that is id1 equal to id2 plus id3 into 60, this is how a tree structure will be converted in the syntax analysis phase. Next, this this output will be taken and given as an input to the semantic analysis phase. The meaning of semantic analysis phase is that it is used to define the meaning of the program. That is, semantic analysis checks whether the parse tree constructed follows the rules of the language. For example, assignment of a value is in between compatible data type and adding a string to an integer. So here I'm going to add id3 into 6, multiply id3 into 60. 60 is an integer value, id is a real value. I can't just add it. So here the compiler automatically converts this integer value to a real value, that is into real of 60. So now multiplication has been possible easily. So this is how semantic analysis phase exits. Next is the intermediate code generation phase. Here, in between the high level language and the low level language, a new language has been generated. That language is called as intermediate code generation. After semantic analysis phase, the compiler generates an intermediate code of the source code of the target program. So the intermediate code should be generated in such a way that it is made easier to translate into the machine code. So from this phase, how we are going to receive a target machine code, and this is how the program will be converted in the intermediate code generation phase. That is, first one, I will take into real of 60. That value will be taken as a temporary variable 1. Next, that temporary variable 1 will be multiplied with id3 and the result has been saved in temporary 2. And next, the temporary 3 equal to id2 plus a temporary 2. Now the result has been saved in temporary 3. Finally, id1 equal to temporary 3. That is, the result of temporary 3 will be shifted to id1. This is how intermediate code generation exists. Next is the code optimization phase. The code optimization, it can be assumed as something that removes unnecessary codes. That is, I'm going to remove the useless codes and reduce the program without changing the meaning of the program. The code optimization, for the given example, how the code optimization done has been showed over here. That is, temporary variable 1 will be taken as id3 into 60. Now the multiplication of the value will be saved in the result temporary 1. After that, id1 will be taken into id2 plus temporary 1. Next one is the code generation phase, that is final phase. So this here is the phase where the target program, that is the machine code or the assembly level language or the mnemonic codes, is been generated over here. Here I'm going to take the mnemonic codes, that is move of id1 comma r2. So I'll use some registers over here. And finally, I'm going to see about a data structure. A data structure, it is that I'm going to see about a symbol table. A symbol table, it is a data structure where whatever happens in the each phases, that is whatever happens in the first 6 phases, all those data will be saved in a table. That table is called as a symbol table. So all the 6 phases, whatever the role happens in the 6 phases will be saved in a data structure. That data structure is called as a symbol table. Next, I'm going to use a error handler. Error handler, it is that it is used to find out the error that has been encountered in each and every phase of the compiler. So once whatever happens in the every phase, the error will be encountered and will be displayed in the phases. So this is the phases of a compiler. Thank you.